I'd like council to know that the district courts have merged. Both courtrooms are now located next to us at the train station. The owner of the property, Mr. Aida, I believe he was here several months ago to request council's assistance in some parking. He's asked that I express his sincere thanks for helping move the process along in the cooperation of Borough Council. Also know that I mentioned this at the joint meeting, but for the councilors who weren't present, please mark your calendars for the early evening of Thursday, May the 11th. There's going to be an event at the Carousel. It's an opportunity for government officials to meet with new local investors. One, to meet them, get to know them, but second, to show your appreciation for the investments that they are making in our community. And the final item I have is we've been working to develop a process that merges the police and licensing and inspections functions to systematically address crime and quality of life issues throughout the borough. And to that end, in the next few months, you're going to see a new program roll out, be put together by the police department, licensing and inspections. And rather than me talk about it, Keith and Chief, come up and explain the details, please.
Thank you. We sat in some meetings and talked about some efforts that we could make between codes and the police department to better off greet the public and meet their needs. One of the things that I know as a police chief I want more contacts with citizens of Pottstown, with my officers. And I talked to Keith, and he felt the same way about codes, that we would be best served if we actually got out there and actually greeted the people, talked to them, found out their needs, gathered information that they wanted to share with us, and begin that whole program. So we actually sat down and we broke the town into 6 zones, and we are going to systematically work through each one of those zones from now until the end of September, spending 1 month in each zone. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to partner up a police officer and a codes officer, and we're going to send them out into a predetermined area, and we're going to make contact with the neighbors. We're going to look for codes violations. We're going to look for police issues like abandoned vehicles, and we'll entertain anybody who wants to tell us information such as where a drug house is or things that are going on in the community. And what we're hoping to do is provide better service and more community presence for both the licensing and inspection and the police department. Keith, you want to talk about the map?
The map has been broken down in 6 specific zones. 6 specific zones, yeah, I love the microphone. The whole principle is we're going to go out in a 2-day cycle and go back in 2 weeks following and do another 2-day cycle. In the first cycle, we're going to go out and talk to the people, assess the situations, give them advice. If there's property maintenance issues, we're going to explain the issues to them, explain what needs to be done. When we go back out in the following 2 weeks, if the issues are still there, then we'll have to handle it through an administrative process. But the beginning is to actually have contact with people and discuss it with them, so maybe we can bypass the administrative process and they actually take care of the problems. And it is a door-to-door. It's get to know us, get to know you type scenario. So.
And the final phase to each one of our waves in each community is feedback. We're actually going to create a record of who we talked to and how and what houses we were at, and then what problems that we found or what problems that they asked us to address, such as an abandoned vehicle. We're going to go back in 2 weeks and explain to them what we did and provide them the feedback. One of the knocks I think I get at the police department is I complained and I didn't see anything get done immediately, and I'm really disappointed by that. So one of the things that I want our officers to do is actually not only address the issues that they're complaining about, but then also provide the feedback to them that says, we actually did this. So I believe Codes is actually going to be on the same page with us on that, and this is something new and inventive, and we're going to give it a shot.
Let me throw a question at you, please. You said now till the end of September, and that'll determine whatever success that you have with this program. So is it going to continue regularly going forward?
Well, what we're going to do is month by month, we're going to evaluate our process. We're going to start out with 4 officers and 4 code enforcement officers, and then we're going to evaluate where we are, because we could actually get ahead of ourselves or we could get behind. So since it's something new, we have to evaluate it every step we go. The reason we originally picked 6 months is because we're gonna be doing it during the warmer weather and the longer hours, because to get to the majority of the people, we're actually gonna have to go out at night. So with that said, we don't want to be out late at night, but then we want to be out in a period where we can talk to residents. And at the conclusion of all this, we're going to sit down, we're going to crunch our data, we're going to look at what we did, what we could do better, and then gauge it for next year.